What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Things Kentucky, Season 3, Episode 10, Coach. Episode 10.
All right, Coach, what's going on? Have no fear. Big Things is here. Me and my guy, Coach Truck, in the building. Episode 10, Coach. What's going on?
Man, KHSAA, we're going to get a bye this week to push the playoffs back, which is cool because that kind of allows everybody to reset. You know, we had some teams that wasn't going to play. Now they're going to come back in and play because of COVID guidelines and everything. So that's good on that aspect. Now, Coach, we just got to make it through these playoffs, Coach.
Absolutely. That's going to be the toughest part right there, Coach, getting through the playoffs. Like I said, it's a good thing KHSAA did that. A lot of teams are talking about ending their season this past week, but good thing about it, get a reprieve and get to play again next week, Coach. So that's good to have. So we get a full field of teams playing for the championship. Well, Coach, man, no football this week, no high school football this week. So we decided to jump on basketball, get an early start, Coach. All right. We had a chance to set up Coach Salmon for Lexington Catholic, Coach. Here's that interview here.
All right, Coach, man, we coming off a 31-3 season, Coach. We got to the region finals, lost to Scott County in a barn burner, Coach, man. How's things been going getting ready for this season, Coach?
Well, I tell you, it hadn't been doing much of anything, just like everybody else. I mean, with no summer basketball and no scrimmages, we've just been trying to, since here at the end of October, just trying to get everybody together. But, with some young kids that are going to be in our lineups this year, we're going to be just like everybody else. And, probably hopefully be a lot better in the end than we will in the beginning. But, hopefully shaking off some rust for some of these kids and, trying to get back to playing a little bit more team basketball. These guys have been doing a lot of individual workouts and playing AAU basketball. So it's a little bit different in the high school setting. So, teams will be ready. So hopefully our defense will be on par. And, when you've got Ben Johnson, your offense is usually going to be all right. So hopefully he'll be ready to go and lead us right through what we need.
Coach, speaking of Ben Johnson, man, how is it being coaching a young man with so much talent, and how do you curb his expectations for himself sometimes? Maybe with kids that talented, sometimes maybe they put too much on themselves. How do you tell him, to get him just to buy in and just play basketball?
Yeah, putting too much on him has never been a problem. He's the third of 3 Johnsons that have played for me and all have gone Division I. And, he is his brothers will kill me for saying it, but he's definitely the best of them. And so it's never been an issue of getting Ben to go, but he'll be the first one to tell you I'm as hard on him as anybody I've ever coached. I call him out every day in practice whenever he makes a mistake. He needs to be a leader. He's played varsity basketball for me since the 8th grade, and started for me since he was a freshman. So, if we get to play a full season this year, he's going to leave here as the all-time leading scorer in Lexington Catholic and probably break Kyle Rhodes' record as the all-time leading scorer in Fayette County. So, he's ready to go. He's worked all summer. He already put his college commitment away. I think he is absolutely the favorite for Mr. Basketball. What he is able to do on a basketball court in all categories really, I think, puts him at the top of the list of what Mr. Basketball should exude and be in our state. So, he's my biggest worry, but the least of my worries as well, because I know he's always going to get it done. So hopefully he'll have another great year just like he did last year. He's coming off a 25-point per game average last year with 6 or 7 rebounds and 5 or 6 assists a game. So we're hoping he'll duplicate those stats or even produce even more. And if he does, we should be ready to go.
Coach, now you were talking about the getting ready for this season. What have you heard or are you hearing so far about getting ready for this season?
A whole bunch of nothing. I'll tell you that. It just seems like everybody's real tight-lipped over there, and you just keep hearing rumor after rumor after rumor after rumor. But I tell our kids, let's just control what we can control. And we'll go out there and do the best we can. I am a firm believer that there will be a high school basketball season. When it will be, I don't know. I hope it starts in 2 weeks. And I hope it finishes on time and at Rupp Arena and all of it. But I know how important it is for the KHSAA to have a state basketball tournament. And I know how difficult it was for them last year not to have one. And I don't think they can possibly handle going 2 years in a row without a state basketball tournament. So I would be willing to bet my house that there's a state basketball tournament this year. Now, what it's going to look like, where it is, how it's going to work, you got me. I mean, everybody and their mother probably has 2 or 3 different ideas, but I have a lot of faith in the people down there at the KHSAA that they know how important basketball is to this state and what a tradition that state tournament is. And I know that they hold it very close and know the importance of making sure that it continues to be the premier event for high school sports, and not only in our state, but arguably in the nation. We're the last state that plays for one title. Everybody, all the coaches I talk to throughout the nation, whenever we travel and play, they're just extremely jealous of the fact that, we all still play just for that one title in front of, a whole state showcase. So I know I fully feel in my heart for sure there will definitely be crowned a state champion this year. But what it looks like, when it's going to start, how it's going to finish, and the logistics of it, how many people are going to get to watch, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to say a prayer and hope everything's all right.
What's allowed to do right now? I mean, have they gave you any guidelines as far as what you can do right now?
Well, sure. We're doing temperature checks and masks on, workouts that when we're not going up and down. Our coaches are trying to stay off of the floor so that if there is some sort of contact tracing, our administration here has done a great job. Kevin Brueggemann, especially our AD, has put out a bunch of stuff that kind of, make sure that we are trying to follow rules from the CDC that will help if there's any kind of, contact tracing or anything like that, so that we all don't get shut down. But we've been in school since August 19th. We have gone to a hybrid schedule in the middle of that. So our people here are dedicated to trying to make this work, much like everybody. I know everybody else in the state is too, don't get me wrong. But we're trying to make this work. We've got half the students on one day and half the next day. And, the teams show up, they get their temperature check. We're not using locker rooms for practices. We're coming dressed. We're leaving as soon as it's over. We're going to have just parents at the games. So there's a lot of changes and different things like that. But I think this meeting on November the 18th that the KHSAA Board of Control is going to have will be very interesting with what they decided to do with football and push that back a week. That really kind of hurts your dual sports athletes and really, really kind of hurts us a lot. We've got 3 guys we're really counting on coming off the football field. So if they were to make the state championship, I believe it's like 3 or 4 days, they would be playing the state championship right now if they kept the same schedule, like a week before Christmas. So that's that would be a long time into the basketball season. So I'm sure there's going to be some changes. I don't know what they are. I have no insight. I don't talk to anybody down there. It just feels like, something is going to probably change, and I don't know what it is.
Well, 2 quick questions to piggyback on what you said. So one, so the students are coming from football. You don't put them right away. You give them a couple weeks to catch up and everything, correct?
No, normally? I do not. No, I do not at all. Our football program is one of the premier football programs in the state. And, fortunately for us, Nigel Smith does such a great job. But if you're a basketball guy, that just means that if I were to give our guys weeks off after the season, they'd come in, 2 or 3 weeks after the season had already started. So we've got 3 district games in December. And so our guys know that they're ready to go. And this year we're going to be counting on Jack Goldman, who's the quarterback, and Blake Busen, who's a wide receiver. You guys had him on the other day. He did a great job.
Now he didn't play last year, did he?
Now he played through December and then had shoulder surgery.
Okay.
To repair his labrum there, but we all call him Bus Stop because he's always open. There you go. Well, yeah, he's a tenacious basketball player. We won the freshman regional tournament with those guys as freshmen, and he was awesome. He was really, really good. So we're excited to get him. Get him back. And then J.M. Sims is a guy that's played for us since the 5th grade, who plays on the defensive side for them. So we know those 3 guys. So we'll give them a couple of days. But when you say weeks, nah, bro. Get off that bus and get back in here, man. It's time to go.
Y'all tournament, is that going to really be affected by that? Because I know I saw one time they were talking about limiting amount of teams and tournaments and that type of stuff.
They did.
I know that's a big thing for y'all, the holiday tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a tournament here since 1961. And so we have one of the longest running tournaments in the state. And so, that's a big tradition for us. And we've switched sponsors this year. It's the White Greer and Maggard Orthodontics tournament. Mm-hmm. And we did have to go from 16 teams. We're down to 8. So we did have to let 8 teams know that they weren't going to be able to compete. Both on our boys and girls side, which was tough to do because we had some great teams. We had 16 really great teams, but we still do have a great 18 tournament that's set up for December 27th through the 30th. Now, on the 18th of November, I don't know what they're going to say, but going that. But I will tell you that I am committed to having that tournament. If it's in December, January, February, they want me to have it in May, we'll do it.
Now, are you limited? Are you going to be limited by like just bordering surrounding states?
We are.
It's going to be pretty hard, right? I mean, because I know y'all usually bring in schools from all over the nation sometimes.
Yeah, we are. You're limited this year on travel as well. You can't bring anybody in, nor can you travel unless you actually border the county of the state that you're going to. So if you are in Covington, you can cross over into Hamilton, Ohio. But outside of that, you're not supposed to go anywhere, because we are playing in about 3 different showcases with Ben this year on the national stage to try and get him some notoriety and different things like that. But you're not going to see any Oak Hill academies coming into Kentucky this year, just because that's not going to be allowed by the KHSAA. Which is a good idea, in my opinion. I mean, you don't want to kind of bring other states in. We want to get our state in, get our state tournaments done. We did. I really feel like the state of Kentucky is committed to giving the kids the opportunity to get out and play. I mean, and I think that's important for kids. I mean, we all went through the shutdown. We all were devastated by the loss of the spring sports. This summer was one of the weirdest summers I've ever been a part of in my life. And I just think, what I saw from the KHSAA and the state is that they're dedicated to trying to make the safest place possible for kids to play sports. So what that looks like, I don't know yet. I think we'll find out probably a little more on the 18th of November, but I know that Lexington Catholic and the schools that I've talked to have got plans in place, and we're ready to go with basketball to try and make it as safe as possible. And we have people that are committed to continuing to do that. And if everybody does that in the state, hopefully the numbers will come down, and we'll start to see some, even though it's starting to be cold and flu season, maybe we'll see the numbers come down, and people will get more healthy, and we'll be able to get everything going.
All right, man. Right. Hey, my nice boy, y'all better be careful, man. Scott County had a great season to come back and take our region championship. But, Coach, before we lost to Scott County, we was on a 14-game winning streak, baby. We going to be dangerous.
It's an impressive team. Ben Johnson, who he has to be the favorite for Mr. Basketball in the state of Kentucky right now. Yeah. We get through the season, which Coach elaborated quite a few times. We get through the season. Ben Johnson definitely is my favorite, my pick for it, Coach. So I'm hoping he can do it for the city of Lexington, man. Private club, whatever. It's for Lexington. He's representing. So do your thing, young man. Do your thing.
Yes, sir. Hey, all I'm saying is nice riding, baby. Woo.
Nah, it's too early for this, man. It's too early for you to be. No, they ain't played the game
We
yet.
get ready to close out football and get ready for basketball. Stay tuned because we're going to catch up with all the coaches to get y'all ready for basketball season, especially as soon as we find out what's going to go down.
Coach, man, November the 18th is going to be a big day for high school basketball. They have a meeting. KHSAA will the board, so they'll discuss more about the process and the steps of going to basketball. Well, Catholics already on board and got a plan, so let's see if everybody else does, Coach.
Yes, sir. We'll be on the lookout for that. All right, Coach, man, we will be having some football this week. Today, Thursday, baby, we're going to have the Fayette County Middle School Championship. We got my man, Dabo Bryant, Miss Coach Cisco, taking on Nick Saban Payne from Edith J. Hayes as they clash again for a rematch for the championship, Coach.
Coach, big game. Let's be honest, this is a game we expected from this time last year. Coming up to this, we knew this was going to be the championship game. Most like no knock at Beaumont, Jesse Clark, and all the other programs who had a good season. We just knew this was going to be a matchup. Two of the best coaches in the city, two of the best programs. Coach Cisco Bryant, what he's done over there with Crawford, man, is half amazing. He's got the talent. He's turned them around from a good team to a great team. But Coach, hey, EDJAs is who we thought they were, Coach.
Yes, sir. Going for their, fifth straight city championship, seventh season without a loss. Coach.
It's impressive.
That's impressive.
Coach. It's impressive. Hey,
we are doing big things.
Hi, I'm Coach Brian, head football coach here at Crawford Middle School. Well, the biggest thing comparing for NJ Hayes is they do a very good job of blocking, tackling. So we've got to do the same thing. We can't turn the ball over like we did last year in the championship game, and we just got to, not make mistakes. Offensively, front line, D-line, special teams is not giving up a big play and see if they can just take it down and drive on us. But our main objective right now is us not making mistakes. Not really worried about what they do. We don't make a mistake. We're a very hard team to beat. Only 4 returned from last year's team that was in the title. So this team came back, bought into our system here at Crawford, and that's what makes this a special year for us. Always go Cougars.
My name is
Julio Mendoza.
My name is Ishmael Naji.
My name is Davion Sturgis.
We're just ready to win.
Yes, sir. We're ready to play. We're ready to just play our hearts out that game.
I feel like if we play how we're taught and get to the ball, we'll win
And
this.
just remember how it felt like to lose that game.
I know that it's not going to be easy, and we got to play our hearts out, like you said.
Just be ready. We are coming.
Coach Payne, excited to be playing against Crawford. They got a talented squad this week. We're playing for the championship, so our kids are excited. We've been focused. We've been trying to keep them engaged. Went the whole week virtual on Zoom, just trying to make sure that we got here. But the kids have done a great job of understanding that this is what they've been working for the whole year. Okay, so our kids have risen up to the challenge, and they're focused and they're ready to go. We got to play our game. We're ready for them. We feel like we are. Number 44, Sturgis, is a very talented kid, but they have several athletes on their team. If we're too focused on what they're going to do, we're not going to focus enough on what we need to do. So our kids are focused on playing it as a team and playing together, and no one person is bigger than the rest, and that's been kind of the secret to our success the last 6 years or so. Coach Brian he's a great coach, and he's going to have his kids ready to go and pretty pumped up, I'm sure. Last year was kind of a fluke. We had a great team, and they did too, and our kids came out big up on the scoreboard, but we know it should have been closer. But I'm just excited to have another week of football. If the football gods let it happen on Thursday, and give a shout out to my 8th graders. I have about 13 or 14 of them that are 3-year players that put in a lot of work the last 3 years, okay, for this moment. Okay, and they've stayed focused. They've been great leaders, and I'm excited to see what happens on Thursday.
Go.
My name is Logan Busey.
My name is Graham Dunn.
My name's Lavelle Martin.
I feel good about it. We've beaten a lot of teams by a lot of points, and I just feel good about Thursday's game.
I feel really good about it. We got Junior back now. He's been hurt all season. We just got that extra player to beat him now. So yeah, we're ready.
I think we've had a good season so far. We haven't played 100%, but if we play 100% this game, we win by so many points. I think we can do this.
We have to win at the offense and defensive line and just get back there before they can stop us.
I just say we just need the offensive line, like he said. We just need the offensive line to work harder than they ever have.
I agree with both of them. Offensive line, big thing. So our running backs can make plays, and D-line. If we get penetration, they can't do anything.
All right, coaches, you can see they both ready. Game plan's tight. Both teams look intense and focused, locked in during practice, coach. This is going to be a good one, coach. I'm just letting you know I'm riding with Hayes for the win, coach.
Coach, I want to give a shout out to some kids on both sides. My guy, Lavelle Martin, playing defensive tackle over there doing his thing for Hayes. Crawford, my guy, Coach Sean Perkins, coach with a long time, big fan of the show. Coach Brian and Mrs. Coach Brian. Coach, this is a tough one here, Coach. I ain't as quick as you on the draw, Coach. I got to think about it a little bit. I don't know. Coach, bring the camera in close. Coach, this is my first middle school pep talk of the year, Coach, but I need to be out there. Hayes, you are who we thought you are, Hayes. You're impressive. You beat up on teams. You've been kicking the city's tail for years. Crawford, let me tell you something. When are you gonna beat the bully? When somebody gonna get the bully off the fight? They Debo over there. They coming up here stealing gold chains, taking bicycles. Y'all red right now. Y'all red in the movie Friday. Are you gonna do something? Are you gonna step up, quit letting them just manhandle you? Come on, Crawford, coach. The bull y'all pulled against Brian Chase, they ain't gonna cut it this week. If you do it this week, they gonna run the score up. It's gonna be the RC Cola. What's in my cup right now? That's what it's gonna be. The RC Cola of the game. If you don't get yourself together, but coach, step out on a limb here and take Crawford for the win.
Hey, coach, you do know these count, right? I just want you to know this counts in the standings, coach.
High school, we do.
No, we picking all games, coach. I need the help, especially when you made that pick. This counts, coach.
You know what? I got faith in my pick. Give it here. Let's go. Cougars. Wow. Let's go, Cougars.
Man, hey, tune in Thursday night, man. We're going to live stream the game. Big Things First official live performance. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter. We will be live streaming the game.
That's it. Big Things multimedia services coming at you, Coach. Coach, as always, there should be a living donor. I'm Coach Butte, my main man, Coach Truck. Man, Coach TB on assignment. Coach, anything else?
Peace.